welcome back for another Not Too Shabby Shop Design Team project. Today we are using the September box of the month and we are creating these adorable treat bags. I'm going to jump right into the paper pad. I wanted to give you a look at that paper pad. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a 6x6 paper pad, 24 sheets of paper, 4 of each design. I will quickly run through the designs. I'm also going to share the one of the stamp sets that came in the box of the month, and I share it because I did color up many of the images. I have a video up on the Not Too Shabby Shop channel. I will be putting it on my channel later on this month, but I did create a card coloring up the images from the stamp set that I share. I had leftover pieces that were in the beautiful purple hues, and so I thought that it would be a nice accompaniment to my bags to share that mini slimline that I created off screen using the colored images and some of this pattern paper. So let's jump in. I have this is my scoring and cutting tool. So it's my paper trimmer from Stampin' Up, which does both. I have a 6x6 piece of paper and I am cutting it on one side to 4 7/8. Now I'm going to score. I'm going to score at 1 inch. I'll turn the paper and score at 1 inch again. On the 6-inch side, the side that we haven't cut, I'm going to score at 2.5, and then I will score at 2.5 again. Now, I didn't think about the fact that this was directional, so we'll get to that in just a minute, but here I'm going to misscore. See how my paper slipped? I didn't notice it, so when I start reinforcing those lines, so you want to make sure that you reinforce the score lines. This paper is nice and thick, so it's perfect. It's the perfect weight for these little treat bags. The treat bags are not going to be very heavy. You're going to put something like a gift card in there, maybe to a coffee shop, or maybe you could put some little candies in there, or a couple of tea bags would be nice. It's just a little way to say thank you. So you're not going to put a lot of weight into these. So now I have everything scored and reinforced, and I'm going to trim off this middle rectangle, which I know is a little difficult to see. I am going to angle the right side, angle the left side, and then we're going to start putting our box together. And this is how easy it is. Now, I did kind of miss the mark when I did my cutting, so I am going to have to do a little bit of trimming here in just a moment on the left and right side of those flaps, and that's just because I didn't trim it. I didn't cut it perfectly on the lines. Couple things that I would change here. The first one is right here, I'm going to glue in my 2 tabs. What I should have done, and I'll show you in the second bag, is I bring the flat piece, I'm going to wrap that around the outside. I should have wrapped it on the inside because it would cover those tabs. So I didn't do that. I should have done that. It would have made for a cleaner box, but that's okay. Another thing that you could do differently for this is, instead of, I am going to glue my handles, see there I'm trimming, I'm going to glue my handles to the inside of the bag because it was nice and easy with the type of string that I was using. I have a really heavy string. I know I'm not going to put anything too bulky or heavy in here that's going to pull those, that is going to pull those handles up, but another idea would be to put a hole punch in the front side, 2 on each side of the bag, and then you could thread your handles through and tie a knot if you wanted to do it that way. I didn't really want, like I said, the type of twine, not twine, I don't know what it's called. It's kind of a metallic rope ribbon of whatever sort, and so that is rather thick, and I thought if I did the knot in the front that it would just be a little bit too bulky and it would get in the way of the beautiful ephemera that I'm going to be using. So I am going to use my reverse tweezers again as best I can. This is a little bit awkward, just so you know. it didn't take very long to create these, as you can see, at all, but it was just my hands are just kind of flailing right here. I'm going to finally get this down. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to hold it in place, and then I'm going to add some extra glue to the handle. I set it aside for a couple of minutes, and then I came back and I glued the second side of that handle right here. So now we're glued. I've removed the reverse tweezers. We're going to glue this side. I'll add my reverse tweezers again and get it lined up nicely. I try to make sure that it's the same distance from the side of the box so that my handle isn't wonky. I'm going to go on to a second bag, and so this one you're going to see that I am going to actually do the folds, the final folds on the inside, which is going to cover those tabs. So I've cut down my pattern paper to 4 7/8 by 6. I'm scoring on the 4 7/8 side at 1 inch. I turn my paper, I score at 1 inch again. On the 6-inch side, I'm scoring at 2.5. I'll turn that paper and score at 2.5 again. I'll reinforce those folds. I'll cut the middle tabs and angle them, and then we'll start gluing our bag together. So for the first bag, I accidentally used directional paper. So as I said, the back side is going to be upside down, but for this one there's no direction whatsoever, which is why I wanted to create a second bag to show you that when there is no direction, then it comes out absolutely perfect. So I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to angle it so it makes the box come together super easy. And there we go. Now, this art glitter glue works really well. As I said, I'm not going to use anything heavy. If you're going to put something heavier in there and you're going to maybe put some grommets in where the handle's going to go so that it would really reinforce those handles, you could probably put something heavier if you used double-sided tape. So there's the second box, much cleaner inside with those tabs. So here I'm just going to cover up those tabs, and I'm going to put these on the inside. Now, I didn't show you on the first bag, but I do add handles on the second side of the bag. So you do want to have handles on the front and the back side of the bag. I just somehow must have cut that out. I also wanted to mention that this was not my idea. I did lift this from Posh Paper Lady. I saw her video last year where she created these. I thought that they were fabulous. So easy to make, and I think that they're absolutely beautiful, especially decorated with the ephemera pieces, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. But I will link her video in the description box below. So there are both of my bags put together nicely. I'm going to lay out some of that ephemera for you, and then we're going to start gluing everything down, which is the quick and easy part of all of this. So I'm going to start putting the ephemera onto my bags. As you can see, I have a lot to choose from. You'll be able to see all the different types of items that are available in here. I did want to ask you though, if these types of projects are something that you're interested in, because I certainly could bring more things like this. Home decorative, I've never done anything like that, but if that's something that you're interested in, little treat bags and boxes, let me know in the description box below, because that is something that I certainly could try to find a way, especially with the holidays coming, to incorporate into my channel. I love the colors that are in this palette, the soft blues and the pinks and tans. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. Something so different. And I love when something is unique, because a lot of times we see fall leaves, we see the same old things over and over again. But look at, we have the candles, we have the lanterns. I would love to see more stamp companies come up with ideas like this for fall. I just think that they're absolutely stunning and beautiful. And look at how easy it was. The hard part was picking which items I really wanted, because there were so many different ways that I could have gone and so many things to choose from. I'm going to start by gluing down using some art glitter glue. As you can see on that one pumpkin bag, I did leave the misdirected side on the back, and I'm directing the pretty side. I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape to just a couple items on each of the bags, because you know I do love my foam tape. You could add some sparkle. I thought that my handles were sparkly enough, so I didn't add any glitter pens or stickles or anything to this, but that would look nice as well. And once I finish up with this, then I'm going to show you a look at all three bags, because as I said, I did create one off camera, and I did create a card, a mini slimline card, and that's going to be it for me today. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you've subscribed and ring the bell so that you're notified whenever I do upload a video. I will have the box of the month linked in the description box below. A little reminder that there is a stamp and die of the month. It is out now over in the Not Too Shabby shop. I'm going to link that as well. And then my other video that I shared over on the Not Too Shabby shop, I'm going to add that to my channel sometime this month. But if you want to see it now, I will also have that linked. Thanks so much for watching today. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.